Welcome to my movie review for Happy Death Day. I know I'm a little late seeing this. I know it came out Friday the 13th, but I just checked it out last night, and I may also post another review of another movie I'm going to be checking out alongside of this. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just going to hurry up and try to get through this as quick as possible because I already know I have background noise from construction and all the noise next door that's happening with the house changes and stuff like that. But in a nutshell, the story, it's deja vu basically for the plot. And just imagine, here's the plot in a nutshell. It's basically a girl that wakes up in the same place, and not only is it her birthday, but judging from the title, it's not only your birthday, but it's the day that you die. And she doesn't know this, she isn't aware of this, but basically there's someone that's after you. Just imagine someone's basically after you. It's now on your birthday, and someone, literally, someone's already after you, trying to kill you and is also aware that it's your birthday and trying to find you nearby. You can't tell where it is, you don't know who the person is, their motive behind it or anything like that, but basically she's in basically a college dorm, and she wakes up and it's her birthday. She gets all this attention. She also is a part of a sorority basically, and is known, pretty popular around the school. And basically you wake up and you have someone that's after you, and as soon as she dies, she basically comes right back. You get to come back and relive it all over again. You'll wake up at the same area over and over and over again, and that's basically the mystery behind the story. But that's the whole story in a nutshell. Just waking up with deja vu, with someone after you, and you don't know who it is. You don't have any idea who it is, who could be possibly behind it. But it's like a second chance. You get to, it's almost like a video game to me, and that's something that I really liked about this, is that even if you die in like a game, for instance, you get stuck. You have someone that you're trying to get after. You're trying to find a way out. You get stuck in a particular part in the video game, and you don't know how to get past it, or maybe some kind of tough boss that keeps killing you over and over and over. But you get to start all over again at that particular checkpoint, or at that particular point or stage, or whatever game that you're playing, and you get to relive it all over again. So she has basically infinite amount of lives to keep coming back and forth to try to figure out who it is. Now, am I going to tell you guys who it is and the different options of who she probably encountered throughout the movie? No, but I'm not going to spoil that part. But I definitely wanted to explain the whole story so people can get the whole plot of it. So if you want to check this movie out, you guys can. And if it sounds interesting to you, you can check it out. And with the deja vu part, it made me also think of the movie Groundhog Day, if you guys ever seen that movie before. Now, what I liked is that even though she kept, even if she kept going through the same moments over and over and over, there was always something different happening. I liked the different amount of events that came about throughout the movie. It wasn't just the same old thing, the same lines being said, the same characters that you encounter, the same people that she encounters on a college campus or in the dorm rooms or anything like that, over and over. It was always something different that would take place during the movie. And that's just something I really liked about the movie. And even though it's something just a repetitive, it can kind of get repetitive, but it was always something different that would take place during the movie. But that's basically the whole story, just the whole thing that happens, that occurs throughout the movie. But I'm not going to explain who the killer is or anything like that. It really has you guessing and wanting, trying to get into the movie. And if you're watching this, if you plan on watching this with someone or maybe with a group of friends or something like that, if you watch it while you're watching the movie, you will probably find yourself trying to throw out guesses between your friends. I mean, your friends might have a few guesses of who they think the killer is behind the mask. And speaking of the mask, it is pretty scary with that aspect. But but besides that, the whole entire movie as a whole is not scary. And that's probably something most people probably would have thought of from watching the trailer, that it was a pretty scary movie, Happy Death Day, and coming out on Friday the 13th. But just to imagine someone with that kind of mask, if you look at it closely, you just run into someone down the street that's wearing a mask, just staring at you, or maybe someone you walk into on the sidewalk that's just staring at you with that kind of mask on. That's pretty scary. And I would be scared myself if I was actually in her shoes. But it was pretty lucky of her to just keep being able to come back over and over and redo it all over again, just to try to figure out who's after her and all that good stuff, and just the mystery behind it. And it's something that I can always say about these mystery aspects. What I really like about this movie, the mystery behind it. You just find yourself trying to figure out who it is, but it's always something that you least expect and something that you don't notice. But something that I can mention about watching this movie is that you didn't really know the history behind the characters, and when the movie starts, you don't know who they are, how everything just happened. But as you get further in the movie, you'll start to understand, and everything will start making sense. So you don't, even if you find yourself lost in the beginning or maybe the middle part of the movie, you'll eventually understand towards the end. And speaking of that ending, I thought she would be back into the same nightmare, but I'm not going to get into that for this movie review. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, but the only reason is because I enjoyed it. I love the mystery aspect, the thriller, and the only thing I didn't like about it is that it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be from the trailer. The trailer made it look as if it was really scary, and from this guy, whoever behind the mask was killing her. It made the mask look really scary, but just when you watch the movie, it didn't turn out to be as scary as you would think it would be. But is it the best scary movie out there? It's not. Just compared to movies like the new It, I wouldn't say it's better than that. It's not as scary. It's not on its scare factor level. And I would definitely say if you can't handle scary movies, I think you'll definitely be able to handle this movie because it's not as scary. Just again, the mask part with the person behind that creepy mask, or a mascot mask from the school itself, that's the creepy part of the movie. But that's my review for it. That's my honest thoughts for it. I don't know if you guys would want to check this out. If you want to, here comes the noise. But I'm just about to wrap this movie review up from next door's construction. But I definitely recommend it. It's not a bad movie at all. I recommend it to anyone out there to go watch it. Definitely a new movie to check out if you're interested in checking it out, especially if you like that mystery aspect with the deja vu and you want to try to figure out who the killer is yourself behind that mask, and maybe some more of the story and getting to find out more about the history behind the characters and everything that transpires in the movie. But I definitely personally enjoyed it. And I would definitely say check it out if you want to, and especially if you love that mystery and thrill, and just trying to figure out who the killer might be, and you're curious of watching the movie itself with the plot line. If you like the plot with deja vu, with just trying to repeat the same day over and over again, trying to figure out who the killer is. So thanks for watching. If you have seen it, comment your thoughts about it, and if you're thinking about watching it, let me know what you guys think about it if you go and see it. And I'm definitely probably going to post another movie review today. Thanks for watching, and I'll definitely be back with another movie review, probably maybe after this video, immediately after. But thanks for watching the movie review, and again, if you have seen this movie, let me know what you guys thought about the movie and maybe some other movies you might be interested in checking out.